We're recording.
Oh, hey guys, sorry, I was putting on my tits. It's an old trick from being a flat-chested bitch my entire life. Called titty contouring. Hello. Welcome to a Welcome to a solo episode of Meanspiration. It's me, your leader, Annie Lederman. God, I wish it was Lederman. It is me, the queen of receiving unsolicited pictures of your peen. We got a lot in store for this show today. We have an unboxing. Had a package delivered to me today. We have some. We're gonna make some calls, and we're gonna check in on some old friends. And when I say old friends, elderly friends, and just catch up on the week. I played tennis. Everything's been crazy. Todd, I have Todd here.
Yo, yo, yo.
Todd is half Asian, though he sounds black.
What's up?
Todd sounds like he is a rapper, but he isn't, shockingly. Anyway, let me read our sponsor. Can you flip it so I can see it? I prefer to watch myself.
But now I can't see it to make any adjustments.
But what would you have to adjust?
I don't know.
What visually do you have to adjust?
What if it stops recording and I can't see if it's...
It's the red at the bottom?
I don't know.
Now let's get to it. Let's talk about what happened last week. Okay, I had little Esther on the podcast. It's getting over, at this point, it's got over 50,000 views. Thank you so much. It was a treat to do that with my favorite male friend, Esther. She's my favorite little boy. And we had such a good time, and I'm so glad everyone enjoyed it and liked the episode. But, however, in the middle of the episode, there was a sound issue. Now, a lot of people are blaming Todd. Okay, they're saying, Todd, you suck, you're terrible, you never work in this town, you blew it, you're fat, we don't like you, you're ugly, you're annoying, you talk in a black accent, that's kind of cultural appropriation, you're canceled, you're annoying. What else do they say about you? Stupid, you're trash, They say a lot of things about Todd, which honestly, he's not even most of those. Honestly, he's a little annoying, but the others are a little rude. I think they're too much. But people said, what was your producer doing? He didn't check the levels. He couldn't. The issue is the soundboard was on one side of the room. I was on the other side of the room. He would have to cross through us. It wouldn't have worked out. We keep social distance because of COVID. He wasn't going to be able to get to it. I moved the mic. I said, little Esther, your mic is not in the right place. I was wrong. I was going by old standards of what I thought things how things worked. Now, did you want to defend yourself?
Yeah, it was fine until you moved it. So.
And then why did you not move it? You were scared of me?
I didn't want to get into the shot because I know when I get in the shot, you go, oh no, what'd you do?
That's how I say it?
Why'd you do that?
I sound like that?
Yes.
Like Norm Macdonald. I'm doing a Norm Macdonald impersonation.
Why'd you do that?
He's fired. Anyway, I'm going to read. This is our new segment, surprise sponsor. So this is completely real. There's nothing fake about this, okay? It's professional and real. It's not fake, real. Hey ladies, if you're like me, you're sick and tired of taking loads on your back. Oh my goodness. All right, let me start that over. Very serious. Hey ladies, if you're like me, you're sick of and tired of taking loads on your back and or stomach only to be left with a sticky, glossy aftermath that will not come off. That's why I use Joann's Load Remover. It removes all the loads from those hard to reach places. First, you take the load on your desired area, then wait about 30 to 45 minutes for that load to be completely dry and crusty. Next, spray a full can of Joann's load remover on the load. After about an additional 30 to 45 minutes, wipe the load with any washable dishcloth and you are load free. Use promo code NOLOADS, that's all capitals, no loads, for 15% off your first can. Yes, we can. You know, I used to work at a fucking every time. Little Esther calls me every time. She FaceTimed me. Obviously, I'm doing this.
Oh my God.
Every fucking time. Esther needs to get richer so she can afford some fucking tests and just come do this every week. Was that not the best episode? It was the best episode.
People need to go back and watch it right now.
If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. Esther looks gorgeous. She's got like a greasy Anne of Green Gables look going on. You know how Anne of Green Gables like bun would kind of fall forward and then it was like puffy hair. It was like a bun on top of a bun.
How do you even know who that is and what they look like?
Anne of Green Gables?
Aren't you didn't you grow up in a river?
I grew up in a gable, bitch. Okay. A green gable. Now, did you watch Anne of Green Gables or read it?
No, I don't know what it is because I didn't do my work.
Work? It wasn't work. It wasn't
a schoolwork?
It wasn't a schoolwork. Well, now, you know, sometimes I feel dumb and then my friends really make me feel smart. Okay.
I'm here to make you feel better. Okay, bye.
All right, love you, bye. You look gorgeous. Hideous. Now that happens all day long. If you're ever wondering like what I'm up to, I'm on FaceTime with little Esther. Now, I did have something I wanted to say. It was about loads. So excited. Now, Joann's load remover also, you can find it in the same aisle with Goo Gone and Joann Fabrics. So that's pretty cool. Joann's really, she does the fabrics, which is this actually where I got this. She does the crafts. And now she's doing a little extra hodgepodging, if you know what I mean. Little spackle shackle. Now, I did have something I wanted to say before Esther interrupted, but what are you going to do? Codependency.
You interrupted yourself.
That actually wasn't Todd. That was my inner dialogue. Todd, what else am I thinking right now? Todd, be my inner dialogue.
How do I open up this can? I forgot how to open up cans. I need a man to do it for me.
I don't need no man. I'm a woman with a Y. Oh, that just reminded me of my thing I was going to tell you. So, first can, that's what reminded me of it. My brain is so ADD. Things go crazy. This looks cute with this. I should get a LaCroix sponsor. LaCroix, hit me up. For $10,000, I will hold a LaCroix bottle each episode. Now, I worked at an Easter Seals camp. Easter Seals is an organization for kids with special needs. I worked at it. I was a camp counselor for years. It was so fun. I had kids who were around 11 to 15 age group. They were so cute. They had a range of different things going on. I had cerebral palsy. I had spina bifida. I had Down syndrome. I had this one Indian Down syndrome girl who was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. She used to run around. She had this like potato sack underwear and she would run around, lift her skirt. And I would have to be like, no, don't do that. I can't say her name, HIPAA laws, but I have to hold her skirt down. I'm like, you can't. I was always in front of the bus drivers where I'm like, I don't feel comfortable putting you on this bus anyway with this man. I don't know who he is. But she would run around and then all the kids would be screaming, laughing. It was so fun. And they loved wrestling. So they would get out of their chairs and they would wrestle. And that's when we would have fun on their chairs. Have you ever been, you don't want to call them electric chairs. That's dark, but they're automatic chairs. And it was just so fun. We'd have races with them. It was maybe illegal. I don't know. It's probably unethical, but the kids loved it. It was great. And the camp was named Camp Can Do. That was the name of our camp. And we shared this elementary school over the summer for the camp with another camp that was a YMCA camp. And we shared a refrigerator. So our kids' lunches were on one side of the fridge and then their kids' lunches were in. So we had to label them. And so the first day of camp, I go to see our label. It says Camp Can Do written on a sign. And then on their side, it said Camp Why Nada. Doesn't that sound so condescending? Camp Can Do. And then the kids with the legs that work, they say Camp Why Nada. It's like they're mocking us. Like, why nada? Well, you know what? Because we're playing t-ball with our hands, okay? Because we run with our hands at Camp Can Do. We wheel. And then also I did this thing where I had a thing called a lapathon to raise money for the organization. So all of the parents or all the kids would go home with, it's like the AIDS walk or whatever when you get sponsored per lap. So the kids went to all of their neighbors and the neighbors would be like, all right, 10 cents a lap, thinking that the kids were only going to do 10 laps and it would just be nothing. But they forgot the kids are in wheelchairs. So their legs didn't get tired. So they did millions of laps. Like they were doing laps the entire time. It was like, I didn't even mean to create the greatest scam of all time, but people owed so much money. They were so mad. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. It was a really good time. Do I have any other good Camp Can Do story? I mean, it was just the most fun job I've ever had in my life. And I'm very good friends, very close with one of my old campers and his family. I Zoom with him. Actually, I'm due for another Zoom with him, but he's so cute. He's in his 30s now. It's so crazy. He's a grown man. Very odd. Very, very odd. But it was a fun time in my life. All right. Todd, have you ever done anything nice for anyone? Have you ever had a caring job?
My whole job is a caring job.
What, here?
Doing people's podcasts like yours.
Ooh, you said there was like animosity there at the end. Like yours. Like yours.
Like yours.
You like mine?
I do.
Are you an Insanity?
I'm an Insanity.
Oh my God, Team Insanity. But I do, honestly, want to clear up last week's malfunction because it was 100% my fault. And Todd is not like a fat, annoying, mean, ugly. What else do they say about you? Everyone talks shit behind your back. I'm not trying to be rude. It's just like, I think you should know that everyone says it behind your back. That you're ugly. He's ugly. He's not. I'm just kidding. He's not. I wouldn't say that. Hold on. I put a text out to my friend. Okay, sweet. Because I want to call. I got so many good questions from you guys. I almost want to just tell you guys what happened in my week, give you a quick run through, make a couple calls, and then we're going full questions because I'm actually impressed. I think maybe it's the new Rogan peeps. I had a great day. I just came from the laundromat. And let me tell you, I love it. The laundromat is such a good environment. I don't know if you guys saw, I did a photo shoot in the laundromat recently. I just like the vibes of the laundromat. And I know you're like, but Annie, you're rich. Why would you go to a laundromat? I don't know. I just like that feeling. I think like laundry feels best when it's just like, it's warm and you take it straight out of, the hands of the immigrant woman that you paid to wash and fold it. Now, Todd's coughing, but I'm going to take it as a laugh because it was at the right time to laugh. And it's like, it really is. It's like to give your clothes over. I like when the women at the laundromat don't speak English. It's my favorite because when they speak English, I'm like, I don't want them to be able to, I don't want them to know, como se dice skid marks. I don't want that talk. Whenever I tip them, it's more like hush money. I'm like, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone about what you see. It's private. Oh, guys, I've decided to call I just got to the age where I'm like, I'm just going to call my private parts my public parts. At this point, I mean, not so private. Not so private. Is that funny? I don't do stand-up anymore, so I hope you guys don't mind if I run these thoughts by you. What do you think, Todd? Is that funny?
What about your feet? What are they called?
Those are private parts. My feet are my only private parts. The rest are public. But not really. You can't actually see my parts. My OG producer we know exposed my tatas. And now they're on Pornhub. But what are you going to do? He turned me into a sex worker. I've been resisting it my whole life.
I wonder how many views it has now on Pornhub. You should check.
All right, let's check out to see how many I'm going to get really offended. I feel like it does. Like, here's the thing. I've never wanted my boobs. I flashed my boobs a lot. I had my nipples pierced when I was 14, which, by the way, I just recently put these hoops through the holes. I took them out when I was 20. I'm 37. 17 years. They're still open, the holes. I mean, it's like, I like how my nipple holes are like, nice try, you white trash bitch. Never forget. You're never growing out of this phase, you fucking dumb white trash slut.
Who pierced your nipples at 14?
It was this woman, Sue at South Street Tattoo. It doesn't exist anymore. It was on South Street, which is a really popular place in Philadelphia. And you could come in with fake IDs and they wouldn't card you. I mean, it's like, I don't even think I had a fake ID at that point. By the way, all my fake IDs, I wish I still had them. They're hilarious. I have such a large head. And for some reason, every fake ID I had was like a pea-headed person. And I just looked, they're like Beaker and I'm fucking...
How big were your boobs at 14?
They were the same size as the 14-year-old boys. Now, so I went to Sue and she pierced my nipples. And I remember thinking like, that's so cool. She'll do that. Like, I'm 14, but she realizes like, I'm an adult and I know everything and like, Funyuns for breakfast, bitch. And then now that I think about it, I go, it's not even about her piercing me at that age. She was touching my tit, which then was still called a private part. Now, because of Anthony, they're public parts.
She was penetrating your tit.
She was pricking my tit. She was causing me harm. She abused me. Oh my God, I'm even molested her. Oh my God, I molested her. Oh my God. And then when she was going through the nipple, she dropped it right before and she goes, the needle, and she goes, oops, butterfingers. Really? Like, you better not have butterfingers when you're gripping the wheel trying to escape my father when he's chasing you down the street. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where are your butterfingers now, bitch? It just like wasn't funny. Butterfingers.
I thought you meant like she was giving you a Butterfingers candy bar to be like, hey, you want a Butterfingers, little girl?
Hey, little girl. Like, I never even wanted my nipples pierced. She's like, hey, I need to try it on tiny titties. Yeah, it's not like I went in like voluptuous. She wasn't like, this is a grown up. Like, she saw me and she went, this young man. She probably thought I was a boy, honestly. She probably didn't have a problem touching my private parts because she thought I was a boy because of my boobs. I always think about, this was a bit I was working on where I was like, every time I'm mad at an ex-boyfriend, I should just send him like a torso shot. And then the minute I see that they got it, just call the cops and be like, this guy has kitty porn. Oh my God, I would obviously have to shave the nipples. The nipples age my the nipple hairs. They age my tits. They're gray. It's so embarrassing. How old are you when nipple hair becomes... Oh, Whitney Cummings texted me, guys, my best friend. Whitney. It's a good life as a friend of Whitney's. It's a good fucking life. I went surfing for the first time. Are you proud of me, Todd?
I'm so proud.
Thank you. That was so fake. I got in that water. Okay. I was so brave. I put on a wetsuit top, bottom out. Let's just say, again, the privates were public. The underwear just flies off. It's like, you just may as well go bottomless. Grow out the bush, right? The Lord's bikini bottom. Now, I get on that board and I'm trying to paddle out and I'm slip sliding off each side of that fucking board. That long ass board, I'm slip sliding. Then finally I get into the waves and I go, you know what? I can do this. I get on, I center myself and I go. I'm so good. Wave knocks me off. I don't give a fuck. I come back up. I'm brave. It's attached to my ankle. We're all good. I ride a few waves in bodyboard style. Everyone else is kind of like, you're supposed to stand. And I'm like, what? Stand-up's done. And they're like, no, you're supposed to stand on it. I was like, I'm not going to do stand-up. I'm surfing. By the way, I'm crying. I'm so upset because my eyes sting. And I'm like, my eyes are sting. I need sunglasses. And then I look around and every person in the water is totally fine. Like, are my eyes special or am I a total bitch? And I can't. What do you think, Todd? Am I a baby bitch or do everyone's eyes
You'll
burn?
get used to it. I'm a professional surfer, so
It's
I
so
know
weird. You don't
these are-
usually see obese people surfing. Todd's so bad. So bad. So I know that you guys know that I identify kind of as a man and I identify as a boy. And then once a month comes a time, every month I start crying about something. Now, yesterday was the dark day. Started crying. I heard Joe Rogan and Duncan Trussell talking about me on the Joe Rogan Experience, and it was so sweet. And then I was thinking about how they both don't live here anymore. Duncan has moved, and fucking Rogan has moved to Texas. And I just started crying. I was like, all my friends left, and it's really not true. 2 of my friends left. 3 of my friends. Joey's gone. But it's like people I really liked running into all the time. And I just loved, like, Duncan and I have the best conversations. By the way, if you haven't seen the Duncan episode, please go back and watch it. It was real. I love that episode. And I don't know, I got really sad. And then I wasn't looking at the positive. I like to look at the positive. I like to stay in high vibrations. Is there a train going by? What do you think that is, Todd?
Helicopter?
Helicopter? Todd, do you remember what I did during the riots?
You meditated?
I meditated. Helicopters flying around. Your girl's like this. I was saying my mantra. This is an ancient mantra. Money, 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 money. It was so sick. And then, you know what happened is I got all these free things from the Target window. I do think shoplifting should be allowed now. I don't know if I've said this on a podcast yet, but I do think during this time, shoplifting should be allowed and honestly appreciated. I think if you're at Target and you want to steal an Apple Watch or whatever the fuck you want, I think you should be able to, I think that they should thank you. They should go, thank you so much for not going through the window. We appreciate that. Just a thought. Just a thought. I was thinking a lot about, okay, so what I'm alluding to is it's the Red Week. It's Shark Week for me, guys. And things upset me that aren't usually going to upset me. You know what upset me today? I was peeing with the door open. That's how I roll. I was peeing with the door open and I could see my window outside to the balcony in front of my apartment. That's a communal balcony. It's Melrose Place style. I saw my neighbor walk by, look down at a pot of dead flowers and go like, oh, this is a grown man. He goes like, oh, and he stands and mourns the flowers. I swear to God, he had like a mini funeral for these fucking flowers that are from like Ralph's. They're from a grocery store. And he's like, oh, and it made me livid. I almost went out and was like, move on. Nothing to see here. Just some flower corpses. Fucking bones of a flower. Move on. Like, I haven't seen him look at his kid that way. Okay? With that amount of love. It was crazy. Like, mind your business. If I want to kill a plant, I'll kill a plant. But even, Todd, do you know which flowers I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What do you think killed them? Is it my fault they're dead? Or is it the sun?
I think they're just old flowers.
Now, you don't think that they're supposed to live? Because they're in a pot. They came in a pot. They didn't come in like a bouquet. Boku.
I don't know. Honestly.
Like,
Not too sure.
do I have to take the L on this?
Maybe.
I'm going to leave it at his front step. I'm going to take that dead flower pot. I'm going to leave it at his front step. Here, why don't you nurse it back to health? I'll put a little tampon in it so he knows why I'm so mad. I'll garnish it with a tamp. My mom used to say when we were leaving, did your mom talk to you about like her period and stuff when you were little?
No.
Because you have 2 brothers, right?
Yeah,
She just never brought it up. Okay, my mom was always talking about it. We'd be late for school, and my mom would be like, hold on, I got to go cram a tam. Cram a tam. Cram a tam. No. Okay, I want to do a couple things here. How long have we been going, do you think?
30 minutes, maybe?
30 minutes? Is this funny?
Yeah, it's funny.
Are you mad at me?
No.
You seem mad at me.
No.
Why are you so fucking mad at me? Because of the microphone last week?
No.
God, guys, Todd is actually a very good podcast producer, and I feel bad that I made him look bad. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. I was talking to my friend. My friend has been sending nudes. She's dating a new guy, and she sent him her first nude, and his reaction was like, whoa, I'm so surprised. And now she's like not into him anymore. I want to just, for my male insanes, I just want to say, when there's one response when you get a nude from a girl, and it's, oh my God, you're so hot, or whatever, like you're hot, you're this or that, like, damn. There's no, even a heart. Honestly, I wouldn't even like it. I would like it if you hearted it. But I've never gotten a proper response to a nude. There's no joke afterwards. One guy said, who took these? Which actually is funny now that I'm thinking back on. That's fucking hilarious. He said, who took these? And then another guy said, oh, my ex-boyfriend I would send him pictures of my ass, and then he would send me pictures of his ass back. And I was like, ew, ruined it. Trying to one up me. So I just want you guys to write in the comments your best response to nudes, or your funniest response, or your most fucked up response to nudes. When have you really blown it? And ladies as well, tell me when you've sent a nude how a guy has poorly handled it, because they always do. Oh, by the way, subscribe to the channel. Okay. The podcast is only getting better, guys. It's your girl, Penis Williams. I'm here to play, bitch. I'm here to play. I'm in my tennis skirt. I got my Jordans. They're Jordan 3s, but they're the Animal Instincts. They're so good. Tacky. They're tacky like your girl. All right. When I do send nudes, though, I'm very careful because I know that they can be leaked. So I make sure that they're always funny. I send food nudes. I send Funyuns hanging off the nipple. I send breadsticks on my ass. I'm funny. I'm creative, even with my nudes. I just want to be funny in all aspects of life. Laugh my way to the bank. Laugh my way to my death. Oh, I know what we had to do. Todd, you know what I had to do?
What?
I had to look at Pornhub. I'm Googling myself in Pornhub. Oh my God. Annie Lederman porn videos is what it says. I'm going to fucking kill Anthony. When my boobs got released, when Anthony released my boobs, I was so upset. And then they looked so good that I was like, noise. But then they didn't go viral. I was like, this is fucking embarrassing. So now we're going to check up. Now that I've done my second, by the way, I am drunk on the power of my second Rogan. Let's not fuck around here. I'm fucking feeling good. But after my second Rogan, has my view count gone up? $9.7 thousand views. 87% likes. Who's downvoting this? People that aren't into little Polish boys? Come on now. All right. I'm disappointed. Oh, I'm on a lot of porn ones. Porn flip? What is that? Okay, that has 2 likes. This is really getting embarrassing. Fapinist? No, they want me to log in. No thanks. I'm not logging in to look at my own tits. I got a fucking mirror on my ceiling. Okay. Do you feel like there's any like clips on this yet that are funny
Yeah.
that I could put
I'll go
online?
through it. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I don't know why you're asking during the podcast, but yeah.
I let them behind the 4th wall. Okay. All right. So a couple episodes ago, I talked about meeting a man. I met someone, an older man who of the ripe age of 89, Al Schwartz, who interrupted me while I was meditating outside of an Erewhon, and we had a great chat. And he said he was gonna write jokes about me coming off as a lesbian. He's like, "You're gay, right?" And I said, "No." And then he said, "People think you're gay," and I went, "I guess." People in this conversation do. And then he's like, "All right, I know what jokes I'm gonna write you, but I have not seen him in the past couple weeks, so let's call Al Schwartz and see how he's doing." He's my ghostwriter. I like to call him my soon to be a ghost writer. Let's call Al. I haven't told him I'm going to call him, so he might not pick up. And I've only texted him ever. My God, it's not ringing. Is he alive? Why do I just not get service when I need it for no reason? Oh, that's so annoying. Let me try again. Why isn't it working? I have bars. Look. Oh, that's so disappointing. Why? He got scared his phone got shut off, you know?
Hey.
Al, how are you? Can you hear me? Al, can you hear me?
Yeah, did you call?
I did. I'm recording my podcast right now, and everyone wants an update on you and see how you're doing.
I'm still alive.
I'm so glad you are. Now I'm attached. You can't leave. You have to stay on this earth with me.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I've had a really good couple of weeks since I met you, and have you been writing me jokes? I wanted to check up.
I haven't written anything for you because I don't know how serious you are with me. I mean, I know you.
Al, I'm fully serious with you.
Okay.
Let's make it official.
Well, I got to see what you're doing. You know, what are you doing?
I'll bring you. Okay, so I did this thing that's top secret that I'm not supposed to show anyone, but I'll show you. I did this documentary and they have a couple of my jokes in there. So I can show you the ones that they used on that. And then...
What, did you film it already?
Yeah, they filmed it already and they're editing. It's going to be on Showtime on October 4th. It's about the Comedy Store.
Great.
Yeah, it's going to be so... You guys, does Al tell everyone how old you are?
Huh?
Tell everyone how old you are.
I'm 89.
It's fucking unbelievable. You sound like you're like 27.
Did you get in touch with Bud?
You know, I haven't talked to Bud in a little bit. I will shoot him an email though.
Yeah, just tell him it's me. I'm alive. Tell him how you're doing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
and hopefully it could help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to look at what you're doing in order for me to write something.
Oh, I love it, Al. It's so you're my ghostwriter.
Well, no, I just got to see what you're doing.
Yeah, well, I'll show you what I'm doing, and it's like everything's morphing and changing anyway because of the pandemic. So I have a different approach to things. But I'm so glad I met you. I'm glad you interrupted me while I was meditating, rudely, I may add.
Are you?
You were.
Is your bit about what's happening with the virus? What is it about?
I mean, I don't really have a bit about what's happening with the virus, but I've changed my sort of like, I'm not interested in really doing the jokes I was doing before.
Right.
What are you doing? What do you do?
Just the physicality.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, the physicality of you.
Yeah.
You should be writing something about being gay.
That's so funny.
Because you look like you could be gay. Why are you laughing?
It's just funny that you think I'm gay.
No. I know you're not gay. You told me you weren't, right?
You're making it like there's a scandal here. Is there sexual tension?
Did I tell you?
No,
right? You said to me.
No, I'm not gay. No, I'm not gay.
Okay. But you look like you could be.
It's still funny.
You look like you could be a bull dyke.
I do. I have childbearing shoulders.
Well, you just look strong, powerful, and you look like you could be taken for that.
Yeah, pescatarian.
So that could be very funny.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious.
It could be very funny because you're not. If you were, it would be funny, but if you're not, it's even funnier.
I love it. I think it's great. I would love to do a whole thing on it. I totally agree with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to get back to my podcast. Do you want to get lunch tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. You want to meet at Erewhon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's meet there.
All right, I'll text you a time. Will
I be able to see anything when we go over there?
Let me see if I'll get some stuff.
Yeah, give me an idea of what you're doing, and then I could probably...
Maybe I can send you a link so you can watch it tonight, too.
Yeah, sure.
All right. You're the coolest. I'm so glad I met you. It feels really... You do feel like my good luck charm. I can't wait to tell you what's happened in my career since I met you.
So I told you you'd get lucky.
You did. I mean, you said...
For some reason, I bring luck to people.
Well, that's good. I love that.
I don't know what it is, but they get lucky. So this could be a big deal for you, Annie.
I love it. I love Al Schwartz endorsed comedy. All right. Well, I'm going to get back to my podcast. I'll see you tomorrow.
You got it.
Okay.
Let me know what time,
I will. I'll text you. I just don't want to say it on camera so they show up. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, babe. Bye.
I mean, has there ever been anything better? Does that not sound like a 17-year-old man? That's he's 90 years old. He's 90 years old. Do you see how he's smarter and more with it than me? This is your brain when you don't smoke weed. Al Schwartz. Ugh. I met him at... What did you think of that, Todd? Are you moved by that?
It was so cute.
It really was so cute. I love him. He thinks he doesn't understand that it's funny that he keeps saying I'm a bull dyke. He hasn't even seen me in my Penis Williams outfit. You know that he has no clue I wear a tennis outfit all day now. He has no clue. That is so funny. All right, I'm going to go to questions. That was so exciting. I loved that. Oh God. I talk to strangers. Okay. Now my dad always tells me this. I think I've said this before. My dad, whenever I'm depressed, he's like, go out and talk to strangers, which is terrible advice when you're a kid. That's how you get molested. But as a grown-up, it really does like make my life. But I loved it. I'm like, give me more strangers. I love it. It's like doing crowd work. It's just... And this was one of the epic strangers. I've had times where one time I met a guy on a plane. We sat next to each other. Then the next plane, we sat next to each other again. That's crazy. He did eventually hug me with a boner because he thought we were like soulmates, but that didn't end quite well. What was his last name? Can't remember what his name was, but yeah, he hugged me. He boner hugged me. I hate a boner hug. I was listening to that song, Too Close. Oh, you're getting too close. Feel a little poke coming through on you. You guys know that song. Now, girl, I know you felt it, but boo, you know I can't help it. Okay, that is rapey. You can't just poke a bitch with your boner like that and then go, look what you do to me. It's like the Blue Balls anthem. It's like the theme song to Blue Balls, which is, by the way, lame. Starter rape. I call it starter rape. It's not cool. It's not cool. Blue balls is your bad. I fell for blue balls. So don't I seem like someone who fell for blue balls? I just was such a people pleaser. And then guys would be like, you're going to leave me like this? I'm like what? What is that? What is that, officer? Is that a roll of quarters? Or am I going to prison? I'm really taken by the owl thing. Fuck Al Schwartz. I'm going to bring him my dead flowers. As a present, I'm going to bring him my dead flowers. I love him. I'm sad. He's going to die soon. Maybe he'll live to 100 though. He's pretty with it. Maybe helping me with my comedy is going to keep him alive longer. I hate that people die. I hate it. I know that we're here to die, but I keep thinking about it. It's like, and then you see when, and Al's obviously not, he doesn't have any signs of dementia or any of that. Like he doesn't even seem old, but like how people's minds do kind of go back to being a kid. And I've been thinking a lot about how we're all just tall babies. We're just different height babies walking around. You get to that certain age of adulthood where you go, oh, adult is like a made up thing. It's a choice. Being an adult is a choice to follow responsible guidelines. I think that's what it is. And people don't give you that leeway, but we're all just like, we're tall babies. And I think my best evidence for that is the minute that you get in a relationship and you feel comfortable and you can let your guard down, what do? Talking baby voice. You talking baby, you go, oh, that's cute. Oh, you got the Diz on my belly. You got Diz on my belly. Give me a wet wipe so I can get the wipe off the Diz on my belly. You go, oh, you got the liquid in my eye. The liquid's in my eye. Need to wipe it out. You talking baby voice with your loved one because it's a safe space because you're a fucking baby still. You're still a baby. You're a baby who can wipe themselves and go to work. Now, is that going to be a great bit on a special one day? 1,000,000% maybe. But it is true. It's like, you're just like, well, I don't want a water. I don't want a water. I want a drink. I want a drink with alcohol in it. Anyway, have you guys been saying twiggled? Comment below if you've been using twiggled. If you haven't seen the other episodes, every time you get triggered, you have to say I'm twiggled so you can remind yourself that you're being a baby. Grow up, bitch. Triggered's for babies. All right. I'm going to go to questions. This is a fun podcast. It's a good one. The owl thing is like, I'm high off of it. I can't even believe it. Okay. I had to screen grab them. Let's see. Okay. Do you try to make your therapist laugh? I try to make everyone laugh, which is why I have to go to a therapist. I mean, my entire life is trying to make people laugh. Sometimes I get this insult. People go, you're trying too hard. And I'm like, thank you. Trying too hard. My whole job, my whole identity is based on trying too fucking hard. I try and I try and I try. What do you want to you want to see people not try? Oh, I don't. Ooh, that person's trying too hard. They actually care about their craft. Ooh, always trying to make people laugh. Therapists always bum me out. They're always like, dig up the dirt, make me mad. All right, let's see. Were you born awesome or did you become awesome? Now, here's the thing. You may have heard from some of my semi-peers that they have no dents. They brag. They say, I have no dents, no dents. I'm full dents, okay? I believe in having dents. I believe you get cool from adversity. I feel like you get cool from perseverance. I think overcoming things is what makes you a fucking badass, okay? So was I born cool? Or did I become cool? Now you think I'm going to say I became cool because of all my fucked up shit that happened, but I was actually born cool because I was born breech, which means I came out feet first. I have a twin brother. My twin brother, I kicked him out of the womb. He went out head first. Then I came out feet first, having kicked him in the head out. Came out feet first. As they're pulling me out, as the doctors popping me out, which I do have a theory that he fingered me because I came out feeling quite molested. Like he just doubled up. He just Durkened my, he fingered us both. It was more, he fisted my mom and fingered me out. And so I came out like, but I had ingested some of the pussy juice. And it's, and I was in an incubator for a week. So I think that made me cool. I think I was born cool. I think I came out weird. Fucked up shit happened. By the way, my head was probably this size when I was a baby. It was... But I was in an incubator and only fucking cool kids are in incubators. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you born and then they took you home? Did they put you in a bassinet? No, bitch. I had fucking tubes and shit. I had my own glass, like... honestly, it looks like a coffin, but I had my own little glass box. Now that's a fucking cool kid. And a fucking incubator, dude. And I was full term, so I was like the biggest kid in the fucking baby ICU. I was the biggest bitch in those incubators. I was squishing the sides of the incubator. All the other little babies, the little preemies are all cute and like their skin's all translucent. They're little pocket babies like in there. I was like... whew. I came out all big as shit, squishing into the side of the fucking, like, cool ass box. Yeah, I was born fucking cool. I kicked my brother out. I was born a bully. Like, do you understand? Everything in my life makes perfect sense. Everything's perfect. Everything that has ever happened to me is exactly what was supposed to happen. No, you do too many mushrooms. Anyway, I was born cool. Okay. What is your favorite band? Papa Roach. Everybody knows my Papa Roach story, right? I went on a heavy metal cruise. I bombed in front of Seven Dust, Papa Roach. I can't remember what other bands were on there, but there were a lot of bands. I bombed so hard. The thing about a cruise that sucks so bad is when you bomb, you have to like stay in the same line as them to get to the buffet. Like I'm like touching hands with the same people to grab the same piece of really old warm sushi. And they just saw me bomb. It's like so horrific. But anyway, I became friends with the drummer and this other guy from Papa Roach, and I love them and they're the best. And I saw them at the Roxy. It changed my life. They're the best. I stan Papa Roach. I love Papa Roach. Cut my life into pieces, bitch. I cut myself open just to feel, bitch. But you can go to other episodes. Also, if you watch my episode of the Festival of Friendship, which was Brody Stevens' podcast, my baby boy, Brody Stevens, love you, miss you. I did his podcast right before he died and talked about it a lot with him. Would you rather loudly fart every time you come or loudly come every time you fart? I would like to loudly come every time I fart. I would love to come at all times. I would appreciate coming. I don't like cum shortages. I like coming. New Mexico food. That's not a question, but yes, it's good. How does one get over being shy? Fuck, I was never shy. This is what I can think of. My advice for shy people. When I used to smoke weed in high school, I would get really paranoid. And that was a feeling of shyness, of social anxiety, of being worried about the people around me judging me. So what I learned through those experiences is the minute I have a thought, say it out loud and don't wait. Because I would hesitate to say something, then I'd be like, oh my God, is it too late to say this? Or, oh, was that dumb to say? They're all judging me. I would just blurt it out. And obviously that's how I go through my life anyway. But I blurt it out and I would just say the thing. So I always, whenever I'm nervous or something or feeling shy, I just say that I'm feeling shy. I say that I'm nervous. And I also watched this documentary with this Buddhist monk who said he has anxiety problems. But what he does is whenever he starts to feel anxious, he goes like, hello, anxiety, my old friend. Thank you so much for showing up to try to help me. But I no longer need your services, but we can hang out for a while. I like to befriend the fear. So maybe that'll work. And you just got to remember that all of your negative, weird feelings of social anxiety and stuff are from caveman times. They're from it was life or death if you got excommunicated from your social group. If you got excommunicated from your social group, you were alone in the fucking woods getting eaten by whatever else was out there. I don't know, dinosaurs. I don't know if cavemen and dinosaurs were alive at the same time, but was that what the Flintstones was about? I don't remember. I just remember the vitamins, but they're so good. Still have them. My nieces eat them. But when you have those feelings, that's what the social anxiety is. Our bodies haven't re-downloaded. Our DNA hasn't reset itself for current times. So if you just think like, thank you for this old pattern. Sometimes I journal to my inner child, which by the way, I should read you some of those. It's so humiliating. Next solo episode, I'm going to read you some of my letters to my inner child. And that is literally so vulnerable. It hurts. It's painful. Oh my God. But see that anxiety and nerves I'm having? Doesn't suit me anymore. It doesn't serve me. Thank you. Don't need it anymore. Thank you. I can put that out there. It's fine. Oh, we only have 5 minutes. Oh boy. Okay. But anyway, listen to the Adult Chair podcast with Michelle Chalfant. She talks about a lot of that stuff. She's the best. How much for the socks you're wearing right now? Well, these are my tall socks, so they're going to be a little pricier. I'll give you $3,000 each. But if you want me to run around the block in them, it's going to cost you double. So $6,000 each, $3,000 each. My Venmo is Annie-Lederman. Okay. You send me the cash. I'll send you the socks and I'll autograph them for you. Who's your favorite painter? Oh, my friend Todd. Let me show you some of Todd's work. Not this Todd. That's funny that there's two people have been mentioned and both of them are named Todd. Todd James Reese. This is his Instagram. He's amazing. I have one of his paintings. I have to get it framed. If you want to Venmo me to frame it too, go for it. This is so tacky. I'm tacky. Who cares? His stuff is really fucking incredible. He's my favorite painter. And his last name spelled R-E-A-S. So if you want to follow him, it's Todd with 2 D's, James, and then R-E-A-S. He's the man. Cool. Glad you asked that question. Brandy or Monica? Monica, even though I was M to the O to the E to the Moesha. I was into Moesha, but Monica, I don't know. I just always thought Monica was so pretty and I liked all of Monica's solo album. So the boy is Monica's. Do I like house music? Only when I'm on Special K. Since you're in LA, do you ever get your asshole bleached? If not, would you? I don't want to get my asshole bleached. It's going to make my pussy look brown. Why do I want to make my pussy darker? It's gross. Have you ever been told that you remind people of someone? You remind me of someone, I don't know who. Scarlett Johansson, Brett Butler, the middle Hanson brother, the guy from Waco, the co-leader guy, what's his name? Kato Kalin, the lead singer of Silverchair, Scarlett Johansson, and the girl from That 70s Show. Did I repeat 7 of those? And Your Mom's Girlfriend. People always confuse me for Your Mom's Girlfriend. Favorite kind of candy growing up and now? Growing up, I loved Butterfingers. Now, I love paydays. I'm a payday pig, bitch. I am a payday fucking pig. I love a payday. Nuts and caramel. Peanuts and caramel. Beat that, bitch. Beat that. But I also, this is controversial, I'll eat a fucking whole thing of Good and Plenty's. Oh, I will. I'll have plenty of Good and Plenty's. I don't give a fuck. I like black licorice. I enjoy it. I want it. I crave it. I desire it. Okay? And I like Almond Joys. And I'll eat a mound, but it's not as good as an Almond Joy. Can I please marry you? How rich are you? How big is your dick? No, you can't. Do you need a green card? How do you feel about long distance relationships? Not interested. I think they're annoying. Why would you be in a long distance relationship? You're just sexting? Ew. I go on the road all the time. All of my, when COVID isn't happening, all of my relationships are like half long distance. That's actually pretty cool because you really miss each other. The experience of missing your loved one is epic. And a lot of people don't get to have that, but it really does. To miss someone is like, it's such a gift in life to just feel that like, oh, miss this person. Most shameful sexual experience. Oh, I fucked a guy in Crocs. It was a nightmare. I wasn't wearing them. He was wearing them. I woke up in the morning. It was this guy in Santa Fe who I was really depressed because my lesbian best friend, who everyone thought we were dating because we'd make out in front of everyone and grab each other's crotches. I don't know why everyone thought I was a lesbian, Al Schwartz. But Sam Shepard also thought I was a lesbian. I'll tell that story next week. But anyway, so I was so depressed that my friend left Santa Fe that I got really drunk next to this guy who was like such a dork. He had glasses with no lenses in them, which is like punishable by death as far as I'm concerned. And he wore Crocs. He was so horrific. I got so wasted. I ended up waking up in bed with him. He was kissing my shoulder. I was horrified. I was like, no, not the guy with no lenses. Lensless Larry, no. And then I got up to wash the shame off my face and pussy, and I tripped over his Crocs. One of his Crocs, I tripped over it, fell onto his carpet with my whole body. Then when I looked over, I saw the other Croc, and it was right next to my face, and it had charms in it. It had Croc charms. And this wasn't when, oh, it's so cool, Post Malone wears Crocs. This was not okay. Crocs were for gardeners, kitchen guys who aren't legally here, and like your lesbian art teacher. They were not for men that I had sex with, even though some of those kitchen guys got it, but that was different. So that was my most shameful experience. It was really embarrassing. If you could leave California, where would you go? I would like to hang out in Santa Fe again for a little bit. Maybe move to Hawaii or something. I want to live somewhere beautiful. But I mean, people keep asking me about Texas. Listen, I like to go where the stand-up is. When stand-up comes back, I'm going to just go where it is. So wherever that is, I'll go. Would you rather get peed on or have to eat someone's butthole after a long workout? I'm not into butts. I would definitely get peed on. It sounds warm. It's sanitizing. It helps with jellyfish stings. It just seems all around like a good old time. I'm less of a golden shower girl. I'm more of a golden bath. I like to dip in it. It's like a hot tub. It's warm. It smells like asparagus. It's just really, it's a good time. Have you considered another career path other than comedy and podcasting? Show feet. That's funny. A foot model. No, I was going to be a special ed teacher, and I was going to be, I don't know what else I was going to be. But I would have been a special ed teacher. Maybe I had fun working with those kids. Why did you disappear so long? If you quit podcasting, COVID wins. I just was getting myself right. I was meditating. I was doing breath work. I was just figuring out my own path. And now I'm here. Okay, I got it. Have you ever been skydiving? I have been skydiving. I honestly have a video of it that I want to put together. I'll have maybe Todd will do it. But the camel toe I had while you have to wear this harness, it was the most painful. By the way, I went skydiving. I'll have him post the picture. And my whole goal was I wanted to get a picture of this. By the way, buy my mask, this mask. But I wanted to do that in the air. So I didn't even pay attention to what was happening. I just told the guy, I was like, tap me when it's time to do this. So I was just focused on that. It wasn't that scary. I honestly feel like next time I go skydiving, I want to go to a place with like a 1-star review on Yelp. And my dream is to go up on like a rickety plane and have the guy go, all right, there are 2 parachutes. One works. You pick. Now that is fun to me. I was like a childhood drug addict, juvenile delinquent, ran for my life a bunch. So I like to get this adrenaline up. Okay. And just jumping out of the plane with the guy on my back, I knew it was going to be safe, was fucking bullshit. It was pussy shit. And the hardest part was the camel toe. I'll tell you, the camel toe, my fucking camel toe had a heartbeat that day. It was wild. It was wild. How many kids do I want to have? 1 million or 0. I don't know. I'm not attached to any outcomes, but I would like to have a kid if that works out. Okay, I have to end. I don't want to. There were so many good ones, but I will just save these for next week for the next solo. I'll actually, you know what? On my Patreon, I will finish answering all the questions. They were amazing. So join my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Annie Lederman. And subscribe to this podcast. I will read these out in the next couple of days. I'll finish all these questions. Okay. Thank you guys so much. This was so fun. To all my new followers, thank you. It's welcome to the fucking roller coaster. It's always fun. All right. Thank you, Todd. Everyone buy my mask. We'll put the link in the bio. And yeah, I'm just really happy. I'm just living a great life. And I hope you all are too. All right. I don't know how to end this. I love you. Is that weird? Is that too much? I love you. I love you. I love
Yay! And boring things.
Oh, yeah, go.
You know what they always say? Get here and hug me! Get here and hug me! Girls, go